So the confidence vote happened. We got the result at 9 o'clock last night. 148 MPs, 41% of the Parliamentary Conservative Party voted no confidence in the Prime Minister. When you think about it, about 140 of the 359 are on the payroll. So of the rest, it's well over half of backbenchers have voted no confidence. It's a slightly bigger number than I expected, although if they'd shown more guts, then I think the Prime Minister would have been gone. And let's be clear what that vote was really all about. It wasn't about the well-being of the Conservative Party, let alone the well-being of the country. No, this was about the career of one man, because that, it seems, is all that matters. So he stumbles on. And commentators say, well, he's fatally wounded, and Theresa May went within 6 months. But yes, as I said yesterday, Theresa May only went because the Brexit Party had the opportunity of a European election to crush them, and she went, something no Westminster commentator wants to talk about. I think he could be there for some time. Yes, the Standards and Privilege Committee will criticise him. He'll be condemned for being untruthful, but nobody will actually nail it and prove it. And what this all means is that the Conservative Party is now going to go into a period of total disaster. There will be more indiscipline in the ranks than we've seen before, just as there was post-1995 when Major won his confidence vote against John Redwood. The ratings of the party will go further down in the country. The ratings of the Prime Minister will sink further in the country, although already over 60% of the population think he should resign. The civil war within conservatism will go on, and as a result of him winning last night, they will get smashed at the next general election. And that poses a big problem, a big problem. What is being damaged here isn't just Boris Johnson, it is conservatism. There are now no arguments for cutting taxes, no arguments for growth, no arguments for controlling borders. That's all gone. But there are some false arguments about Brexit. That deal hasn't been completed. We know that with Northern Ireland, and the current farce of fish and chip shops begging Norway for cod as we're about to put big tariffs on Russian fish. Well, you know what? Norway's got 200 miles of the North Sea, and we only have exclusive fishing rights to 6 miles. An independent Brexit Britain should have more than enough fish, but none of this will get done. But here's the biggest problem. Boris Johnson now poses a threat to Brexit. Yes, you heard that right, a threat to Brexit. Why? He's leading the party to disaster. We're headed for a coalition of Labour, the Lib Dems and the SNP. Yesterday morning, for the first time, clearly, Sir Keir Starmer said a Labour-led government would renegotiate the terms of our Brexit. It's code for rejoining the single market. And he's got his supporters. Yes, Tobias Ellwood, that fierce Remainer, he wants us to rejoin the single market. And Dan Hannan, or Lord Hannan as he now is, who was sort of a believer, he wrote at the weekend his great regret that we hadn't stayed in the single market. So the idea of really breaking free, of cutting loose, of embracing the world, of becoming competitive, all of that is now under threat the longer Boris Johnson stays in office. There are no mechanisms within the Conservative Party for the next year to even challenge the Prime Minister unless the rules are changed. And far from this being a cathartic, healing exercise, I think those rebels, those 148, have got to push and push and push and not give up and make sure the rules are changed and they get rid of this Prime Minister. If they don't, we're going to finish up with a Brexit that's been completely ruined and is Brexit in name only. That is just how bad things are.